a 3, and a 2, and a 1.
You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
Hello, gentle listener. While Geek.io holds its talent to the highest standards, what follows will likely involve the sort of language usually reserved for sailors on leave.
Carrie.
If you're of a delicate disposition, then perhaps you would consider a different podcast.
Now for a lesson.
Konbanwa, Anime Otaku Show e yokoso. Good evening. Welcome to the Anime Otaku Show.
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean.
Remember, we will be discussing all episodes up to the ones we talk about tonight. Anata go sofora o kinishi nanara soyo. If you don't mind spoilers, welcome.
Go beyond! Plus!
Yes! Hello, friends, and welcome to the Anime Otaku Show. This is the Anime Otaku Show, episode number 7. I'm, of course, CJ, the half-assed boat. And joining me on the magical world through the animus is Josh. It's a good thing to be a bit of a pervert, McGrath.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Not to be outdone by Carrie, our Mew far away from home, Wilcox.
Hi.
And finally deciding it's a good idea to join us, Justin. Do drugs taste good?
Hell yeah, they do. Give me the pills.
One drugs, please.
One drugs, children.
Oh man. Yeah. Welcome back, you guys.
Yeah.
Yay.
Sorry,
the
I
only
was
good
sick
part
2
about
weeks ago.
Mondays.
I'm glad I'm able to help, and yeah, totally sick. I believe you.
I was sick and also slightly inebriated.
Both of those are not excuses not to show up. Just
That's
saying.
true.
Hey, you know JFab needs to make an appearance on the anime show.
That's probably gonna happen eventually. Especially, that's probably gonna happen on the episode of the show that we decide to discuss the finale of Darling in the FRANXX, because I'm probably gonna need to get lit.
You
Yeah.
will understand the majesty that is JFab.
Oh, right. Speaking of JFab, what are we talking about tonight?
Well, tonight's shows are, of course, Darling in the FRANXX, season 1, episode 2 and 3, What It Means to Connect, and Fighting Puppet, Grancrest or Record of the Grancrest War, episode 3, Battle Flag, and episode 4, Decision, How to Keep a Mummy, episodes 1, 2, and 3, White, Round, Tiny, Wimpy, and Ready, Toyed with and Chased Around, Being Small is Hard, and It's Scary When Someone You Care About Gets Sick. We're getting to be like light novel chapter levels of titles on
Yeah,
these
right.
things.
Between Judy Tyson, this Jesus.
Jeez. Okay. And then, of course, the anchor, Ancient Magus Bride, episode 15 and 16. There's No Place Like Home, and God's Mill, Grind Slow but Sure.
Yeah. Before we get too deep into the discussion, however, podcast listeners, we have to pay some bills. So you're gonna hear some words from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Live listeners get to watch me drink out of this cup that we have at geek-io.net/generic live home.
Wait, are we
Ah,
hashtag
everything-
sponsored?
Generic, it's live, and it's a mug.
Everything tastes better out of Dale's hole.
Wait,
Heyo.
are we hashtag sponsored?
That's Dale's store, and
Oh,
Carrie
okay.
made stuff. This is a Carrie design.
That's
Nice.
a Dale design. I
That's a
helped.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, it's a Carrie design. I blame. The artist never gets enough credit. It's a Carrie design.
I mostly help Dale with positioning things on T-shirts and yell at him to make things available in women's sizes.
I mean, that's good enough. I'm gonna have you and him work on some like Geek.io merch too.
Cool. Can do that.
Yeah, it's I think that's it. I'm gonna go and go back doing the show. 3, 2, 1, and we're back. Thanks for hanging out for us. You want an ad-free experience? Make sure you tune in live Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/geekio show.
I don't know
Oh
if
no,
you call
you've
that
been
ad-free,
infected
though.
by fake person time.
I have been. It's time to murder myself. Because fake people time makes me want to commit seppuku.
With the frisbee? That's an old joke. I wonder if anybody remembers that one.
Maybe. I don't. Sounds familiar. I don't know.
Committing seppuku with a frisbee.
Also, because he can't talk because he's paranoid about doing it. Thanks, Raul. You now have my permission to pick me up, Garza, for producing the show, so I don't have to and break things.
Yay! Thanks, Raul.
Oh man. So let's start with Darling and FRANXX.
Okay. I think
we're
we're
already-
Holy shit!
we're all in on this one.
Oh
This
yeah, no,
is-
absolutely.
This is not just going to be some kind of flash in the pan shit. This is
Oh, you mean like
maximum
Card
trigger.
Captor Sakura? By the way, rip Card Captor Sakura that didn't even get through 3 episodes because even my daughter didn't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like me and you haven't actually watched any Card Captor Sakura, it makes sense that you wouldn't actually want to watch the series. But
No, even so, like she had no desire to watch it, and like the first 2 episodes were like, "Yay, I get to watch this thing with my daughter." And then third one comes around, she goes like, "Okay, I'm kind of done with this. Can we watch Dragon Ball Super?" And I'm like, "Yes, we can."
Yeah, there weren't enough highs and lows. It was all kind of the same saturation of sugar throughout,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
and we needed to go brush our teeth. So
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. So we went from really super saccharine to just squishy mushy with How to Keep a Mummy.
But more on that in a bit.
But first, not so well. There's some squishy mushy bits.
Oh yeah, there is.
like ass controllers.
Yeah, axe controllers. We learned how the FRANXX are driven, guys.
It's
Yeah,
love
like-
handles. The answer is love handles.
Yes, because
Not-
trigger.
Oh God.
well, not
Damn it,
surprising
Josh.
for the fact that that was a trigger pun. He just pointed it out.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, this is a trigger anime exploring intimate relationships.
Yeah, what I said in episode 1 about this being a show about relationships. It went
Completely right.
even further than I thought it was going to. We are dealing with metaphors for sex using adorable giant robots.
Yes, I thought they
Now-
were completely sentient there for a moment. Fuck's sake, Discord. Oh yeah, we have a Discord. Just get prepared if you're in there to me grumping at you if you say stuff in there while I'm recording a show. Yeah, so I was like, wait, are these robots just fully sentient? And then I realized that that's the face, and that's the face of the. Oh God, it's the face of the girl.
Yeah, she literally connects to the FRANXX,
course.
and then the Stamen connects to her.
I do like how one of them was literally moaning, and her stamen just like, no, don't moan, stop that. That's
It's a
weird.
natural reaction.
Yeah, they did a really good job of capturing the awkwardness of exploring that side of yourself for the first time by putting these kids in obviously like sex-driven robots with no sex ed whatsoever.
Yeah, not knowing what a kiss is. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, like there is no context. These kids have no context whatsoever for what it
No.
is they're doing.
Like, and it looks like they have never touched each other. It looks to be like completely segregated, like even during mealtime and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're 02.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's 02.
She
And
does
you gotta
whatever the
get
fuck
that
she wants.
honey.
I
Mm.
so
See,
we did
that's-
get to see the we got to see the opening. What'd you guys think of the opening?
I think the opening sequence is trigger, and I love it because
Yeah.
it's got
Like-
English, but it's good English, and I'm okay with that.
The song isn't super fantastic. Like right now, my OP jams are the original Ancient Magus Bride opening theme
Yeah.
and the opening for Blood Blockade Battlefront.
And
Which
that's
are
That's fucking fantastic.
and mine's in a Yashiki because it is Man on a Mission, and I'm willing to listen to anything that Man on a Mission does.
I
Did
agree
Men on a
completely with that
Mission do the
statement.
opening for Flamenco?
No.
They
The people
did
that did
Iron Blooded Orphans.
Okay.
they did
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
and they also did that. They did Log Horizon,
Yes.
and they did a Seven Deadly Sins opening.
Yep.
And
No wonder
the
CJ
people
likes them so much.
Yep.
the people that did the opening for
Samurai Flamenco,
Samurai Flamenco is a Spy Air.
Spy Air. That's it.
Yeah, and they haven't done anything in a little bit, but
Sad.
they're
Anyways.
so good. Anyways,
So I mean, like, I dig this. I mean, yeah, it's super trigger. I like this one better than
Kisniver.
Kisniver. Though,
And
don't get me
Luluco?
wrong, I love Kisniver's song, but the actual like scene of it was so trippy that I just kind of turned me off, and then I just put it on my Spotify playlist and covers.
Yeah.
See, I love the song from Kisniver. I'm not digging the song for Darling in the Franxx, but the actual animation sequence is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty okay with the opening song. But the thing about Kisniver is that song like actually makes me sad, knowing the
Yes.
background of the song, because that was the last song that the lead singer of Boom Boom Satellites recorded before he passed away.
Oh.
Oh,
Geez.
right.
Yeah, and that was a huge bummer. That was actually one of the reasons I didn't finish Kisniver, because I actually got sad watching it.
Aw.
Yeah, like I've liked Boom Boom Satellites since the first Appleseed movie made in like the 2000s.
Yeah.
I don't watch the Ancient Magus Bride OP because it makes me sad, but for a completely different reason.
But for a completely different reason, as in it's bad. It's a bad opening.
All right.
But speaking of Kisniver, we had a bit of a deviation with them, right? Like Trigger was going a little bit more
Philosophical, but
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
It was a departure from their usual form, mostly, I think, to prove that they could.
yeah, they did Cerebral extremely, extremely well. And now with Darling in the Franxx, we're getting back to what people think of when they think of Trigger.
Yeah, and you had a definite departure with Little Witch Academia, like full shojo, like which is kind of weird. Like watching a Trigger show with watching Little Witch, and it's like, when is this going to go sideways? It never goes sideways.
When the fan communities get a hold of it.
Yeah, but like in the show itself, it never really goes sideways. I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm getting here.
all right. So I want to ask you guys something about Darling in the Franxx that I noticed while so they all went on the sortie, and Hero was training by himself.
Yep.
In the big yellow robot. And did you guys look at the cockpit of the robot that he was in?
No.
Much as I could, they don't show it for too terribly long.
Yeah, they show it for a split second. Do you know what the joystick looks like?
I'm sure it looks like a penis because masturbation.
No, it looks like a big old ass.
Oh, jeez.
It looks like the control scheme for the regular robots, right? But it's a single person, so yes, it's obviously a masturbatory, like
They
sequence.
installed fleshlights into the thing, is what you're saying.
It's like you look at it, it just looks like a stationary ass with controllers coming out of it.
They installed a fleshlight into the single one.
I was like, wow, they really do, like, they don't think the fact that the girl leaning over and having controllers coming out of her love handles is a weird thing. That's just how robots are piloted.
Yeah. There's no weirdness involved in this. This is just, it is how it is.
It's completely normalized. It's just how they're raised.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure you guys probably talked about this on the first episode, but have you guys determined what all the name puns or the name schedule, what the name significance is? Because I got all of them down now.
Other than Hero.
Yeah, Hero is like Ichi Roku. and
Yeah,
then
just
Ichigo, and
Ichigo,
then
yeah.
Goro is 56, and some of the other like they're all numbers, and I thought
Yeah,
that
well,
was a really
yeah,
cool
he
name
says
to
that in
give
the
it.
second episode. Like, why am I Ichigo? Because that's kind of what your number sounds like.
Yeah, and for some reason, because I'm just a filthy white American pigu. I didn't realize what Heroes was for a little bit. I'm like, wait, that doesn't. Oh, wait, I forget that one is either Ichi or Hitotsu. And
Oh.
yeah, that makes sense that way. Same thing with Mitsuru is a number,
Meats is 3.
right? And he's like he's 50. No, he's 30 something, right? I can't remember, but
I think
was
he's
just
actually like 300 and something.
okay.
Yeah, because only Ichigo and Hiro have low numbers.
Yeah,
Right.
they're the only double digits.
Well, Goro is 55, but they're the only two that are in the teens.
56.
56.
Jeez, Justin.
Sorry, I was just.
Now, dear, it's not what you said; it's how you said it.
Sorry, I'm sorry. God
No,
damn
yeah,
it, I'm sorry.
the naming conventions make perfect sense. I actually thought you were talking about the names for the individual FRANXX themselves.
Which
Oh,
are all
no.
flower puns.
Yeah.
Yes, they're all flower puns.
That one I noticed because I know a bunch of botany nerds.
Sometimes I wish I was a botany nerd.
Now, I think the only botany nerd you wanted to be is only legal in medical purposes in Florida.
Although I did get, I do have a. So I got a cookie jar, a Mega Buster cookie jar for Christmas from my soon-to-be father-in-law, and we were on keto when we got that. So instead, we decided to make it into a cookie jar. So I have a Mega Buster cookie jar.
Flower vase.
Oh yeah, flower vase. That's right. I'm a dummy.
So
You know what I mean.
Yeah, no, we got you. We got you.
So the guy's name is Dr. FRANXX.
Go figure.
Hakase FRANXX. FRANXX Hakase.
There
Yes.
you go.
Dr. FRANXX.
I still love him.
Yeah,
He's the best. You've only seen him like 3 times, but
He's still
fantastic.
fantastic.
he's a
Franktastic.
fabulous old man. He's FRANXX-tastic. FRANXX-tastic.
FRANXX.
Also-
Yeah.
Yeah.
This culture is very clearly horribly fucked up from something.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we got a brief scene of the adults all disguised, including Monkey Face Papa, from the inauguration ceremony thing, discussing fuel reserves being low in the one plantation and transferring it from one of the other plantations through kissing.
Kissing will
Yeah.
commence in 176 minutes. I
So
wrote that down, but it was going to be super awkward to make it anybody's nickname other than Josh, and then he gave himself his own nickname.
I'm sorry, it was too good to pass up.
But you were going to be kissing will commence in 176 minutes.
Bitch, I do that
I'm
when I
looking-
want, not on schedule.
I'm looking forward to see how much they get out of the area that they're in, and I'm wondering to see like if they go Gurren Lagann levels of space travel and stuff like that.
We
We
will
will-
find out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Mostly what I'm really
Space travel is
Fascinated
just
by
through
at the
all
moment.
straight out fucking.
Hey, if she's seeing stars, you know you're doing good.
You and I, we go gatai. You, me, gatai.
The fact that both the primary FRANXX weapons and apparently the Klaxosaurs themselves have a connection to magma energy.
Yeah. Oh no, I just thought about what that would mean if any of the FRANXX actually did gatai. It's basically a gangbang.
Yep.
Oh
Also,
no.
Something I noticed with the whole metaphors of like, the graduation ceremony or whatever being almost like a wedding with their fingers being bound, and the
Yeah.
startup ceremony being the wedding
Pinkies
night.
by
song.
red thread, mind you.
Yes. The female pilots of the gang that just graduated, all of their suits are white with various accents.
Yep.
02's suit is red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
that makes
she's
sense.
shown as kind of the wild one, the older one, the more
Because she's
experienced
had
one.
lots of other partners.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's-
Roxanne.
You don't have to. Put on.
Um,
I don't want to get copyright strike.
no. It parody. It's all right. uh, so yeah, it is obvious, and it's also like I kind of like the fact that even though it is obviously like a male-dominated thing, like the females are not super submissive, minus
Yeah.
Glasses waifu.
Yeah. Hey, that commanding officer lady was quite the intimidating figure there.
Yeah,
Nana.
Nana. And
Well,
what's
'cause
the
in-
other
in the-
guy's name?
don't
The other
that
commanding
guy.
officer?
He is
I don't know.
that guy. GAI.
Like, and even though in a typical configuration like what we've seen so far, the male pilot is the one who's actually controlling the robot, the female is still the one who sets the pace.
Yeah, as seen
Right.
in the rescue mission when Ichigo just kind of goes flat, like
Right.
Yeah.
because what a shock! She starts thinking of another man when she's being FRANXXed in the
Franxxed.
arse.
Or in the episode before where shrieking asshole tries to push his robot farther than his partner
Can take, yeah.
can take and completely fucks the whole thing up.
Yeah, because you got to be gentle back there, man.
Okay, I think we need to have a quota per episode.
Nope, dude. While we're talking about this show, fuck that.
Fuck this, fuck that, fuck everything in a giant robot.
I mean, this show is like they're taking everything that they did and learned with like Kill la Kill and shit like that, and just amped it up to 11.
Now,
And I am
I'm going to
okay
be
with that.
reaching. I'm going to be reaching for a pretty old reference here. Does anybody remember Vandred?
No.
Vaguely.
The name sounds familiar, but that's it.
Okay, this very much reminds me of Vandred, where the male and female characters had to. It was one male character because in the world that he was in, pretty much all of the males had died, and this guy got landed onto a female-only ship. But he had some kind of ability that made it to
Poor
where that
man.
whichever
I mean, hi, Gary.
combination of him and one of the other heroines on the ship made it transform, and he was basically like piloting them. It's kind of an old like.
It sounds
callback
garbage.
or
Why would
something
any
like
man ever want to drive a ship that turns into a woman?
Raul's seen it.
Raul seen it?
All I
Yes.
wanna do,
Okay.
see you turn into a giant woman.
Nice. So I mean, the second episode, you got mostly exposition. You didn't really get any kind of action other than the mock battle, which is
Yeah,
kind of
really.
needed because literally nothing is known about this world.
Yeah, like
I was
we
pretty okay with that.
we needed some groundwork laid.
Yeah. And the second episode, and I don't think there's a manga for this, is there?
Yes, there is. It
There
is
is?
drawn by Yabuki Kentaro.
And let me guess, you've already read it.
No, I have not. It's not. It's not based on the manga.
Oh, okay.
It is an adaptation, and
Gotcha.
Yabuki Kentaro is the guy that does To Love Ru and To Love Your
Ah.
Darkness.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they don't censor out the naughty bits in the manga. So
Well, yeah. I mean, surprisingly, like I'm surprised that there are as much. I mean, the only reason why is because they're children on TV, and even Japan, like on normal broadcast television, where this is at, has an issue with naked children, fully naked, because we do get a locker room scene where we get some ass.
some ass.
And what an ass it was.
It's like, unlike with fucking Food Wars. Like for some reason, this one didn't get to me because I'm like, oh yeah, this is absolutely stuff that's just going to continue happening through this entire show.
Well, this
Right.
is what this show is about, and it's the same thing that happened like with me when I first tried to watch Kill la Kill. At first, you think it's, oh, this is just gratuitous fan service. I don't want to watch this. But in a show about sex and intimate relationships, you're gonna get some body focus.
Yeah. And yeah, I can imagine like if this wasn't a broadcast television anime, that locker room scene would have been a hell of a lot more body focused than it was.
Well,
Right.
Also, at least this show has a in-world explanation for the bodysuits being literally painted on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they need to
Kind
get
of like
drilled
G
into-
Gundam. Beer back.
No. So like the locker room scene, I just wrote a note. I'm like, yep, all right, we are definitely a trigger anime.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do
definitely
really
trigger.
love the hoods that come down and turn into a display module.
Yeah, I was like, this is the coolest part of the costume. To be completely honest.
Not only does the hood come down and turn into the dashboard, basically, but once the meters cap out, she gets little fire horns coming out of the top of the hood.
Did you say something?
Yeah, it's
And
fantastic.
it's great.
Like, the design of everything in this is just great. Obviously the FRANXX are awesome fucking looking, and
They have really cool names. Like
Yeah.
Delphinium is an amazing name for a robot.
it really is. And then of course there's Sterilizer,
Yeah.
which is obviously name pun because of who pilots it.
Yeah.
Also, I could not think of what a proper like flower pun for that one would have been. And I passed it through my friends, and they're like, "Yeah, we can't really think of anything." So I'm thinking it's just literally meant to be sterilized. She sterilizes whoever is in there.
Well,
Except
it's Strelitsa, so it might not even be like intended to be an English language equivalent. It's
No.
probably Latin or something like that. But even then, her FRANXX is very clearly different.
Yeah, because it has a cat form.
So it may not be meant to be a flower pun.
Yeah.
Strelitzia, a genus of 5 species of perennial plants native to South Africa.
Then
It's
my
the bird of
friends are-
paradise.
oh,
It's the bird of paradise.
Then my friends are jerks or didn't know.
And what does Hero want to do? Fly away.
By the way, yep.
eh.
That makes sense.
Trigger, you clever fucking son of a bitches!
That is fantastic.
And it's really interesting because if you look at a picture of the flower, like Carrie just dropped to the wiki, you can see where the design elements are coming from.
Yeah, like the hair
Yeah.
flaily thingies.
Good job, Trigger. You glorious assholes.
Right?
So yeah, we didn't, like I said, we've got exposition, a little bit of world building in episode 2. Episode 3 is like, all right, enough exposition, let's kill things.
Destroy them.
Kill these little jello hentai looking motherfuckers. I am sad it was not another robot dinosaur, which made me very, very sad.
It does make sense though, and I'm glad that the commanders are doing the intelligent thing here and realizing, hey, we have an entire squad of rookies. Let's hunt down some small prey for them to practice on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they fucked up though.
No, they didn't fuck up. Well, Asta did.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
He fucked up, but other than that, like they were good until until the roof is lava.
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole thing was the situation was not what they thought it was going into it. They did okay against the single unit because they were mostly focusing on teamwork. But then Ichigo lost her focus, which caused them to be a man down, and the numbers turned drastically against them.
Drastically.
And then a big one showed up.
And then a Deus Ex Machina shows up.
Literally.
Fucking
We did.
douchebag got what he was asking for.
Oh,
though.
Yeah.
did he ever?
I'm glad he got shredded.
We did get to see some actual character growth with the secondary characters, where shrieking asshole.
Asta.
Yeah, Asta nearly lost his partner and actually apologized for being a giant jerk.
Yeah, that was nice. Goro proving that he is either a pushover or a kind of just manipulating wingman.
Also true.
Like, I
Goro is
know-
a bro.
I know. I'm it's like put in there. I'm fairly sure you're not going to be able to connect with her, even though you guys want to connect real bad. But
Yeah. Goro seems like the type of person who is totally willing to have people make their own mistakes if they want to make them that bad.
yeah,
And Ichigo herself is a very interesting character because she's presenting forward the concept that sometimes relationships don't work out the way you want them to, no matter
Yeah.
how much you want them to.
yeah, because she obviously wants Hero steaming. But yeah, just
But
Yeah.
as he said in episode 2, he didn't feel anything.
yeah, and it's not a
Right.
shot to her or anything like that. It's just a literal. He didn't feel it, like nothing she did, and I think that's something that she has to get over.
Mhm.
And Carrie put forth some very interesting theories / questions when we were talking about it on our own time. Is this show going to go so far as to get into the concept of non-binaries, non-standard relationship confirmations?
Which is entirely possible with with a studio like Trigger.
Yeah, what happens if you have a transgender pilot? What happens if you have a pilot who turns out to be asexual or demisexual?
I honestly think that not Asta is a trap.
Really?
Like, yeah, reverse trap. You know,
Now I'm wondering, does that work for can female? Well, here's the thing. That's
because
another.
the reason why I bring that out there, by the way, is because in the locker room scene, everybody else just shorts and a shirt of the guys. Asta, whatever the fuck his name is,
Zorome.
what Asta takes off his outfit and he has the same upper body outfit that the girls have.
Oh,
So I'm wondering if he is not a at all.
I'm also wondering if Strelitzia can reverse the configuration
that's what
To
I was just
where-
about to say.
to where 02 is the one actually piloting and the Stamen is the one connecting.
Yeah, and then that's why they get hurt so bad.
Yeah. I mean, we do see asshole actually piloting Strelitzia because you see him with the controllers in his hands, but that might have also been like 02 be like, okay,
Well, yeah,
you
that's
want to
absolutely-
try this? You do not
Go
have enough
ahead and
badges
try to
train.
handle me.
That's absolutely what that was, because the evil grin. Oh, you're good at this. Means I can go all out. And he comes back, ripped to shit, and
Bleeding
And
from
nobody
the ears.
is sorry to see it.
Bleeding from the ears and nose.
His poor partner having to watch
Yeah.
that.
mm-hmm.
Well, not even the having to watch that. Standing there and watching him say, "I want to pilot somebody else."
Well, that's what I meant. Like that whole sequence, starting from him volunteering to watching him be like, "Oh yeah, I can pilot Strelitzia so much better. I'll be your partner." And then on top of it, watching
she
him
looked-
come out.
She
Scramble.
looked just devastated at that whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's probably not going to pilot again, at least not with him.
No.
Well, he's probably going to be out of commission for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And by all rights, he deserves it.
Yep. Fuck that guy.
Because yeah, while Zorome was a bit of a dick, he was at least a responsible dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he saw where he fucked up and is trying to make amends for it now.
Yeah, fixed it, and good for him.
Mitsuru fucked up and continued fucking up and got fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Very.
I honestly think in the next episode is where we're gonna get the how that happens.
Yeah, because
So
they haven't shown that yet. They're very good about only giving you a little bit of what's going on in Strelitzia's setup.
Yeah.
But everybody is starting to talk more and more and more about how different she is.
And apparently her horns are a sticking point for her.
I want to find out what's going up with that. She must have been genetically engineered somehow.
Well, yeah,
Pop-
unless you
pop-
somehow had a Klaxosaur banging a human.
I'm wondering if she was engineered specifically to pilot Strelitzia.
That's what I'm getting out of it. And also, I think Hiro is also a special person. Like, because they mentioned that he is a special stamen.
who hero?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Special
Something about
specimen,
that-
I believe, is the term they
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. So yeah, I think that honestly, I definitely think that is what they're going for. That specific FRANXX was made specifically for her because they keep bringing up how different it is.
Well, between the transforming aspect, aspect. Yeah, there's a lot going on with that one, and it's also the fact that it's got a more mature design than the other FRANXX.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like the other three that we've seen so far, and there's probably more, considering most plantations probably have these things as a form of self-defense.
But I don't know about this one because she says in episode 3, do you want all of this plantation's people to die again?
Yes, again.
Something happened.
They had a party wipe.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the other three that we've seen, they have much younger and also a lot more stereotypical female designs. I don't have the names down yet, unfortunately, but Not Quite Little Asshole and Ass Girl have the sort of like bubbly Genki girl type.
Yep.
Right.
In all bright pink with the pigtails, which matches her connection point. And then you have Ichigo's vessel, which has Delphinium, which has a sort of like class president schoolgirl thing going on.
Yep.
Right.
And then you have my personal favorite, the little
tank.
Russian tank bitch with her massive fucking gun and hat.
Yeah, that one's great.
I love the design of that one so much. It's so good.
They're all good. They're all different.
Yes.
But then Strelitzia has a mature, almost militaristic woman look to it.
She looks like an army commander.
Yeah. Well, so does
with
her
the
outfit.
tassels and the tassels. Looks like a lion's mane. Looks like, it actually does look like a flower as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's obviously a ranking official of some kind. Like,
Yeah, she's got S rank ID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can go wherever the fuck she pleases.
Yeah, and she's special forces as well.
Right.
Probably specifically because Strelitzia. But
yeah.
What probably happened and what I'm thinking is going to happen going forward, Strelitzia probably came first. That
all of
was
them off of her.
probably Dr. FRANXX's like penultimate design.
maybe they did mention her being a newer unit, though, I thought in the beginning.
And they probably had to genetically engineer 02 specifically to pilot it because nobody else can handle it.
Yeah, possibly.
See, now I'm wondering if they actually decide to ever try to have some other female unit try to be the unit for Strelitzia in case like 02 gets injured, or
That's
I'm
probably
wondering,
going to go terribly.
yeah, and also just a short bit of what we were talking about before. I'm wondering if they'll ever like in an emergency, kind of do what they did in Evangelion, where they had other units wear the uniforms for, the opposite sex. Like Shinji had to pilot 02 in the test uniform. I'm wondering what happens when a guy takes that position.
Yeah. I think
Also,
hopefully
I
we'll
think-
find out.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll find out some really weird stuff in the next couple episodes. But I think before we move on to the other shows, because it's already 11 o'clock,
Yeah, it's
this has become the Darling in the FRANXX discussion hour.
this is what you get for
take-
not being on for 2 episodes.
Also,
Hey.
it's Trigger. Like, what do you
Yeah.
expect with a Trigger
There's
anime?
a lot to digest here is the thing.
Yeah.
Like there's even
Uh,
little minor things that I haven't been able to touch on, like in that first episode locker room scene where we're getting the suit up sequence. The act of applying the suit does some very odd things that you wouldn't expect for something like a piloting array.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing fusing to the spine, and then it puts the feet in heels.
yeah. It's a striking suit up sequence as well.
It was very well done.
Yeah. Taking bets. What episode do we get the Trigger death?
Oh God.
Because it's already been flagged, but false because what is it? Natsumi was her name, or
Yeah,
Nami?
Naomi.
Yeah, the original intended partner for Hero is apparently okay.
Yeah.
Right.
She did not die during that attack, which is surprising.
Somehow.
Either that or she totally did and they're just lying to him.
That's also a
Also
possibility.
true.
But
But when do you think we get the Trigger death? Major named character that everybody loves.
You mean Ichigo probably?
there's some flags there definitely.
Oh, they're 100%. She is flying death flags. Like she is.
But the thing is, because it's Trigger, they may not do it or may not do specifically her because they know we're going to be looking for it.
Here's what I'm calling. I'm calling near the climax of the first core, Goro dies.
Okay, I could see that.
I think mecha shows, in particular, have a propensity to kill off bros.
God damn it, Valve Rave.
God
Yeah.
damn it, Valvrave.
All right, so let's move on to Grancrest War 3 and 4. I'm starting to notice.
Wave your flag.
I'm starting to know a sequence here, guys. Fight, 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 fight.
Fight.
Well,
Now-
it is called Record of Grancrest War.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lodos had a bit more building than this. And I'm gonna guess we're getting that out now that Theo is not going to become the king.
Right. Now,
Maybe.
I have a question for you. Like, do you guys like this so far?
The pacing feels a bit weird, but I am enjoying it, though that is primarily due to the ensemble that has been established so far.
Right. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So
Yeah,
there
I'm
are
enjoying it.
there are a couple things about the show that I did get to really talk about it since I wasn't on it because I'm a terrible person. The score is actually very fantastic.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
It's super good. The production value is obviously they show their budget.
Yep.
I keep going into the Zelda theme in my head, though.
That
Yes.
makes sense.
Yes.
I'm actually okay with the particle effects that they're using. That actually seems like pretty decent work, and it doesn't look like shitty CG, except for the one battle where they will obviously touch that up during the Blu-rays. Opening song sucks.
Oh.
I don't like the opening song. Ending song, it sounds pretty okay. But I think what they're doing with the series, sadly enough, because I've seen it in a bunch of other stuff at this point, and I've seen it in a bunch of adaptations, is I think they're treating this once again as an advertisement for the manga and light novel series.
So we're only going to get a season of it, and then it's going to leave on a cliffhanger, and we'll never get to see the end of it because, hey, go buy the manga and light novels.
Yeah, this is. I'm pretty sure this is going the way of Roka and the Six Braves. I think this is going the way of
Knights and Magic.
Asterisk War, Knights and Magic. I think this is like all of these light novel adaptations.
No,
which
it's okay because
people-
Knights and Magic is the antagonist of Ancient Magus Bride. It's all right. It all makes sense. It's the reason why there's no
Yeah.
longer an anime. He got like multiversed into Ancient Magus Bride.
and is all of a sudden very, very evil.
So fucking evil.
It's his doppelganger.
Exactly. It's his Earth 2 doppelganger. He just got shifted over.
Yeah. But I have hope because I really do. I trust in the author of the series because that's like so many people in Japan's childhood of
in America.
fantasy in America. Like I did.
Josh and I discussed last week why we are the same person essentially, and had the same going to Blockbuster and getting this VHS off the shelf.
Yeah, I think I only got to watch like 4 or 5 episodes from of Lodoss War from Jonathan Sennett of all people, Gary.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like he had those VHS tapes and he let me borrow them.
I had no idea he even knew anime existed.
Yeah, like well, him and I met in middle school, so I got him to do very nerdy things. So
Everybody knows that anime exists as I put Goku up on my microphone.
but so I still have hope for this. We're past the 3 episodes. I'm still happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the fight choreography is pretty decent. The fact that they're showing the maps and actually detailing what their plans are. Of course, some of the plans are just thoroughly, not shown as in full detail that they would show in the light novel, like the whole mountain path thing.
Yeah, like that made no
talked about
sense.
all
Like
of
all of a
that.
sudden he's there. Like what? No, what? Okay, sure.
But I think we should still stick with it. I think this
Yeah.
will at least be a better ride than Juni Taisen was.
Yeah, exactly. And while
Well,
it's
I mean, yeah, it's already been 3 episodes and the animation quality hasn't plummeted.
right. While
And
while
we
it's no Seven Deadly Sins, I don't know exactly what it is, but there is kind of something bothering me about this show. I haven't been able to put my finger on it, but like that, because I haven't been able to put my finger on it, so it's not really bothering me that much.
Okay.
Well, I honestly think it's the pacing. Like,
That might be it. Like it feels
breakneck.
really, what the hell was that noise?
Goku, damn it.
God damn it,
Somebody-
Goku, get off my microphone. Making weird
somebody's-
noises.
Somebody's mic freaked out.
But yeah, it's a very fast-paced development of things that would normally take an extended period of time because you're dealing with wartime and the movement of troops. Like in the span of 5 minutes, you've got several battalions of knights a few leagues from the castle, and it's like, how long did it take these guys to get here?
At the
Right.
same time, though, I'm really glad that they didn't try and slow it down and have the buildup of, oh, we're waiting for the battalions to show up. We're waiting for the sieging army to show up, because that is the
Right.
death of a lot of epic fantasy books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like how so far into episode 3, like the sub characters that have been added are still there. Like
Right.
the random mook soldier that Alicia was hitting on.
Yes.
The stone guy who got stabbed in the fucking eye, picking up a fucking tree and
He got
swinging
better.
people.
I really wanted to see him squeezing his eyes shut at the last second when they were shooting arrows at him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god, no.
So
But yeah,
yeah, I
just-
think that's
it's
what
good.
to be said. And also, Erica even brought this up earlier. I think the lady has some ulterior motives going on.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, her dad
Which
is
lady? There's quite a few.
Silas or
Silica.
Silica, that's right.
I mean, yeah, her dad being
Silicone.
her dad being the archmage of the Alliance. I forget the names of the dumb things.
Yeah, the Factory Alliance.
Yeah.
I think she played her hand heavy. I think she played it heavy-handedly both times, knowing that he would call their bluff.
Yeah.
And
Well, you saw
I-
that shit-eating grin as she was walking away from him.
right, but you saw her still like grip her fist again after she. But I think that was like a red herring to make it look like the people that she was talking to would notice that she had like gotten
Done
quote
that.
unquote angry about it. But yeah, I think she's very good at what she does. I also think it's funny that she still, for some reason, keeps the same uniform, which she could just easily get something tailored.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
she complained about it.
Yeah, because like the first episode, it made sense. 'Cause she was like, "Oh, I had nothing on hand. This was all I have that I can move in." But like, you've definitely had time by now to order a pair of goddamn pants.
But it's anime, so you
Yeah.
know,
She can keep the swooshy cape thing though. Swooshy cape thing is awesome.
I don't have to explain shit. It's anime.
Pretty
Right.
much.
I also love how the lecherous Earl or whatever, like you're totally expecting some like disgusting old man, and instead it's like random bishy dude.
Yeah.
Who is not a lecher at all.
No, he's like actually
Well, yeah, I don't
Like-
know if it's Silica making herself wear that or not, but that's her that was her former master. So,
well,
he's
he
the
was
one
he was the one she was going to swear to and swore to Theo instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
he
she
was
was nev-
under a he said that she was under a contract to him. So,
She was under a contract to go work for him.
yeah.
Yeah, she
But-
signed an agreement to go form a contract with him essentially.
Yeah.
Engaged, not married.
Yeah. Fair.
So
Uh,
I would rather speak about Ancient Magus Bride before heading out for the night. Can we do that?
Yeah, fine.
I'm sorry.
You and your exits.
I know.
Dynamic
Um,
exit.
I just
L2
Ancient
stay
Magus
up a
Bride.
little later.
Ancient Magus Bride is incredible, and I never want the series to end.
Yeah, right. Like after this season is up, I'm gonna be so mad.
After the season is up, I'm legitimately taking some of my tax return and ordering the available manga volumes.
I do not blame you at all.
Like, I don't care that the new opening is hot garbage. I-
So bad.
It's that show is art, and I am purely
patron
and
of the
totally
arts.
I am purely and totally confident in saying that as an amateur purveyor of things, that Ancient Magus Bride is art in animated form.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think we mentioned this. It was one of the episodes you weren't here, unfortunately, and I hate having to say that.
It's
Um,
okay.
This is one of those series that they are going to be talking about 20 years from now.
Yeah,
They should.
100%.
Like this is like Akira, My Neighbor Totoro, Spirited Away. This is Miyazaki level of changing the game.
And this isn't like the stuff that we're watching isn't even the final cut, right?
No, because we still have Blu-ray and stuff like
we still
that
have
coming.
Blu-rays, and we still have collections to come out, and that like
Oh my god, those are going to be so fucking pretty.
Oh
like,
my god.
the already gorgeous sound design that we have, the already amazing animation that we have. I mean, it's scarce. Sometimes it looks like it's a slideshow because they just go through and show panoramics of things. But I am happy when they do that. I am not angered by the fact that they are not saying something on screen.
Yeah.
I'm not pissed off that I'm just seeing scenery for a minute and 30 seconds and just enjoying a slight, hint of music while I'm looking at scenery. That's like me playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and looking out from a tower and purveying what I can enjoy for the next 30 minutes.
Absolutely. Though, if I have a minor complaint, they obviously do not know how to write Europeans. And I'm
No.
not just talking about the Japanese voice actors. I'm talking about why are those two women eating lunch together? Because that's a completely normal thing to do in England.
Right?
No, I think the reason they commented on it was that
Is how much they were eating.
Yeah, they both got like full English breakfasts. It was gigantic. There's
It's
so
still
like
an
they
okay
both got
thing to
Scotch
do.
eggs. They both got Scotch eggs. They both got like It looked
They
like
were both-
pierogies.
They were both Ron Swansoning it, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's not necessarily unheard of in the West. Like,
Well, they did. There was another comment that got clipped off, but for a brief second, you see on the subtitles, "Wow, they're really digging in."
yeah,
Yeah.
So
'Cause
it,
it
wa- it
sounded
was
like they were eating while they were talking.
yeah.
oh yeah. No, that's the only issue, and also we didn't get to see the real Santa.
No,
I'm real
we
upset.
didn't.
We didn't
That's
get
what
the real-
next episode is for.
Yeah, I know. He'll obviously be in the next episode. Like, I just kind of wanted to see him pop in with a red hat on. Like,
You see, I want Santa like Dresden Files Santa, like wearing battle armor, having a broadsword on his side.
no, he sings.
Yeah, he sings in the
sings
Dresden
carols.
Files too. He sings the songs of my family. I know.
That was my only issue. Is like, okay, when's Lindo gonna show up in the Santa outfit?
I mean, he's already brought a present.
Yeah,
You know, I think they aren't going to do Santa. I think they're going to bring out like Father Yule or Father Winter.
well,
as
yeah,
in,
because
like,
it is
one
a
of the Winter Fae.
well, it's a Wiccan thing. So Yule is obviously the thing that they're bringing up. She's saying Christmas because that she's Japanese. And everybody else is Yule. I'm not quite as sure of the story behind the Horned God and the Dark Lady or whatever it was. Like, I didn't
Right.
have time to research that today.
Yeah, I know it's something of cultural significance, but it got lost on me.
Yeah, like I
She was
normally like
obviously very pregnant.
I caught the Wandering
Holy
Jew.
shit, she was.
I caught the Wandering Jew in Cartophil.
Cartophilus.
Cartophilus?
Carts and Magic. Uh,
It's what the show is. It's a cart o feels for us.
Right.
Carts
It's a
and
big old
Magic.
wheelbarrow.
So I caught that one because I like to study religion, so that was an easy catch for me. The other one, like these two, just completely went over my head, and I know their cultural significance. I just couldn't think of them.
I'll go dig around some Reddit threads later, and I'll bring them up
Carrie's
next
doing
time
it
we
right
talk.
now.
Yeah, Carrie will give it to us here in a couple of minutes because that's what she's developed herself to be good at. Got Alice backstory, and apparently everybody has to be a broken motherfucker in this show to become an apprentice.
Yeah, seems like it.
Because Alice, poor Alice, my
Poor
asshole
Alice.
parents forced me to get into drugs. Oh Jesus!
Also, I was really surprised and very happy that was how Renfred got the scar on his face.
Protecting
Right.
her. Yeah.
Completely nonchalantly as well.
Like, yeah, this is my apprentice. I am saving her. This is what I do.
Also, can we talk about Renfred's Ned Flanders style?
Oh,
with his sweater vests. And
yes. I like they made Renfred instantly likable. Like, even he wasn't never really dislikable because it was obvious that he was, while an antagonist, he's not a bad guy. So, but they
he's not even really super antagonistic. It's just that he's on the flip side of the magical coin.
yeah.
Right.
Speaking of which, I like the revelation that sorcerers cannot see the neighbors unless the neighbors choose to reveal themselves.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
because the
that was
neighbors
really
hate
neat.
them. But this neighbor is like, oh, this one's with Chisei, so this one must be a good person. I'm gonna
Yeah,
show myself.
Alice
to
Chan's a good person.
Yeah, Alice is great. I just love the Chisei just reminding everybody that she is so sheltered and so innocent. Do drugs taste good? Like, I can't wait for the dub on that one. I cannot wait for the dub on that one because the girl who voices Chisei in the dub is just the sweetest, most innocent sounding girl. Even though she kind of does the deadpan, she does the deadpan very well because it's Chisei. But like the times that you get emotion from it, it's just she is the greatest character, and I can't wait for her to have to say, "Do drugs taste good?" Because they stay pretty well attached to the sub. So,
Are drugs tasty?
yeah, that's probably what we'll get. Are drugs tasty?
Wiccans generally, as well as some other neo-pagans, tend to conceive of the universe as polarized into gender opposites of male and female energies. In traditional Wicca, the horned god and the goddess are seen as equal and opposite in gender polarity.
Yeah.
However, in some newer traditions of Wicca, especially those influenced by feminist ideology, there is more emphasis on the goddess, and consequently, the symbolism of the horned god is less developed than that of the goddess. In Wicca, the cycle of seasons is celebrated during 8 sabbats called the Wheel of the Year. The seasonal cycle is imagined to follow the relationship between the horned god and the goddess. The horned god is born in winter, impregnates the goddess, and then dies during the autumn and winter months, and is then reborn by the goddess at Yule.
And that's why she is pregnant as fuck.
The different relationships throughout the year are sometimes distinguished by splitting the god into aspects, the Oak King and the Holly King, which probably explains all the holly everywhere.
Right.
I got that one now.
That was from Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Eh.
Thank you, Wikipedia. Thank you, Carrie.
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
I really hope that's actually a thing.
It is a thing.
It's
It is
gotta
100%
be.
a thing. So I mean, that's. I mean,
had-
got more Ruth being a good boy.
Roots
is
is a
such a
good
good
boy.
Boy, he was
Such
so
his best boy.
sad.
Bone Daddy makes teddy bears.
Right. I
Yeah.
love that so much.
Also
and he
tiny.
did it. And he did it because Angelica wanted one when she was little. That is the best.
But also, we get to see tiny Angelica.
Yeah,
was
baby
adorable.
Angelica. So good.
And the thing that I'm really looking forward to possibly seeing, you guys noticed, and there's a trick to it.
Yeah,
The
What
teddy
can
bear?
that
Yeah.
teddy bear do?
that teddy bear's gonna come to life.
Animate
become,
and kick ass.
either that or just straight up become Elias.
Okay,
Elias
so-
teddy bear form.
so we know who made Apple from Magic in the Big City.
Right? The crossover we didn't know we needed.
Right?
But so desperately desire.
I want to see what everybody else got her to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Flash
next
made.
episode, undoubtedly. But yeah,
It's obvious that, hey, remember, these episodes were written at Christmas time because we had 2 Christmas episodes in this week.
So, I mean, there's stuff that I could talk about the not episode 16, talk about 15, but I mean, she got healed. The people in the Fey world are obviously pretty awesome. The fact
Yeah.
that you turn into a non-human if you stay in the Fey world is pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah, the doctor girl and freaking the centaur dude. That's insane.
That was a dog. That was not a horse.
Whatever. They're.
It looked so weird.
The fact
I
that they
listened to
were
a podcast. I listened to a podcast about a half man, half donkey who calls himself an asinine centaur. So he's still a centaur.
Eli is the best.
the fact that they were switched for each other, found each other, and got married is really cute.
Right?
But also, how did the Fae switch a baby boy for a baby girl, like biological male and biological female, and the parents not notice?
I want that.
Don't look at the junk.
I want that backstory.
They don't gotta explain shit.
I
It's
know.
magic.
But like, I want them to.
But it's still a cute story that they found each other and got married.
It very much so is.
Alrighty. Well, I guess this is the time for my exit.
Yeah,
But
get
it
outta
was
here,
wonderful
man.
talking to all of you again. I will be on the next episode, I promise.
Uh-huh. Maybe for the
Uh-huh.
entire episode. Glare.
Maybe if we started at 9 o'clock, Josh, get off that night shift.
Yeah, I was saying, I don't have a choice.
choice.
I don't have a choice. I don't care. Like, I can start whenever.
I have to work when they schedule me.
Kill them all.
All right. All right. Just
All right.
get the hell out of here.
Good night, guys.
We're going to talk about
Night.
and Raul's going to hop in. So
Raul.
it's Raul time. Dun, 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 dun.
Tag in.
But we're going to talk about a mummy.
You guys,
And what
this
a mummy
show
it
is
is.
so cute.
Mummy? Mummy?
Are you my mummy? No. No.
My mommy. I
Okay.
don't know. My mummy was that adorable, and I'd say yes, it is my mummy.
All right. So I
I'm a
saw
fan
only
of
the
it.
first episode, and I was already hooked on to this show.
So
Did we all start watching this show independently of each other?
yes. I literally saw on my Facebook feed Crunchyroll doing an ad for this one.
Yep.
Oh, it's adorable. I'm bored. I want to watch something on my lunch break. Watch it. Fuck.
It's so cute.
It's so cute. It fills the Kobayashi hole that I never thought I'd had.
Which, by the way, did you watch the OVA episode that came out?
I did not. No,
There's an episode 14 now. Enjoy.
I will.
I stuck it on the notes, but we can talk about it next time.
Yeah, let's talk about that next time. Because I want to watch it because I love Kobayashi so much.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
also
the mummy is so adorable when it cries, makes the puddle.
It makes this huge river, like, yeah, the river of tears. Bork, bork, bork.
Also, seriously, props to the sound and voice directing
Yes.
people on this anime. Like, that
Hey.
Foley artist is a god.
Hey, Black Clover. Look. So, like, all the human characters, I really like. They're all enjoyable. They're super, they're obviously high school kids because Japan.
Let me toy with it. I want to play with it.
It's too cute. I can't do anything to it.
Also, we find
But I want to.
it takes 3 episodes to get confirmation of who this random chick in the apartment actually is.
Yeah, his aunt. Yeah. Like, yeah, just this random woman in his apartment. Like,
His aunt was severe DID.
yeah, man. Programmer by night, Vixen. Programmer by day, Vixen by night.
Oh, Vixen by day, because she records
That's
during
true.
the day and then she comes home and programs all night.
That's true. So she's like the greatest.
Vixen
woman.
by whenever the hell there's glasses on her face.
Yeah, Vixen. The glasses frame my face.
I want to know what happens when she puts on contacts.
Right? Or sunglasses. This is the same with sunglasses. Like,
Depends on whether or not they're prescription.
yeah, the glasses have to be prescription. Like,
So explain to me, since I haven't seen 2 and 3. So
Alright.
she's actually she's a programmer during the day because she's just
well, at night, yeah.
okay.
She's a
Well, she
programmer
does-
whenever she's at home.
She does something on the computer whenever she's at home.
Yeah, so she's like either a programmer or like a copywriter or a medical biller or something that involves sitting in a dark room and typing a shitload.
Yeah.
With deadlines.
Yes, very strict deadlines, including making poor protagonist make her midnight snacks, or else she dies.
Also, can I just say I love being on a show where we see a woman working on a computer late at night and the first assumption is that she's a programmer and not a secretary.
Yeah, absolutely.
That makes my heart happy.
I
Well,
was
I
actually
mean-
thinking like at first like a writer or something.
Yeah, like I thought programmer because I don't know why I thought programmer. Honestly, I just saw dark room and person typing furiously on a keyboard, and like in my head, because I work with programmers, that screams programmer.
Yeah, right. The writer stereotype is like calming music, cup of tea.
Exactly.
You're up at all hours of the night, but there's some kind of light on in the room.
But yeah, she has this modeling gig where she's on TV, super sexy. Glasses frame my face. The glasses become me.
But it's only when the glasses are actually on her face.
She has to see
Otherwise,
something,
she's
so
a
she puts on her
total
gla-
sweetheart.
And I love that it goes from I forget her name.
Kaede.
Kaede-san to Kaede-chan.
Sama.
Sama.
Kaede-sama.
Kaede-sama.
And she turns into that like
She's the boss.
yeah, she turns into like that weird like hentai, almost hentai eki kind of freaking persona, and it's fantastic.
She basically turns into a stereotypical dom.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I love this show Sasuke just being like, get those things off.
And I love that they point out, like, hey, can you do something about this? She kind of can't. She needs it for work.
Right?
So the first episode, you got what you got. The second one, he goes to school with him because he discovers that the mummy dries up from crying too much while he's out of the house.
Oh, why is that so funny and sad at the same time?
Because it's
Because-
Mikun.
That's what this show does. It shows these things like that. It should be soul crushing that this poor mummy just cries so much that he becomes an actual mummy when his best friend isn't home.
He gave me a name. That means I can stay.
Yeah, I love mummy vision. Oh, you get a lot of mummy vision in the second episode, by the way, and it's brilliant.
Is it the first or the second episode where he makes a little knife out of an X-Acto knife blade and lets him chop vegetables that he's not going to use?
That's the second episode.
Yep.
Yeah, that was definitely the second episode.
He wants to help.
He just wants to help. It's so cute and so fluffy and like I want a mummy. I want a Miku. Hey, Protag, can you just whip one of those up for me like you did your girlfriend?
Keep an eye on the Crunchyroll store.
Oh yeah, no. When one of those pops up, I might just buy one.
Well,
'cause
they've already posted a picture of something that looks very officially produced.
Gotcha.
So keep an eye on the Crunchyroll store. It's more than likely going to happen.
Gotcha.
Also, we finally see in the episode preview at the end of episode 3, we finally get a glimpse of little Oni dude.
Yeah, I keep mistaking him as a little dragon dude.
What kind of dad? Okay, here's episode 1 from what I've seen. What kind of dad sends haunted items back to his son?
An archaeologist.
An archaeologist. He's in the same club as like Jorichiro and Goro and Goku.
Yeah, it's the eccentric dad
Club.
trope.
I mean, look who he's biologically related to.
Yeah, that is his sister. So
Yeah, and she mentions having seen others of Mikun's species before.
yeah, so Miku's like, oh, cool. So you're not gonna try and eat me or whatever. Yeah, just brilliant. So in the third episode, because it's the wintertime when these are written, and also currently in Japan, because we all live in the South, so sometimes we forget that it's winter. Protag Kun got sick. He got the flu. So it is up to Kaede-san and Mikun to keep him well. And I love them just putting on gas masks because no one would get infected.
Well, how Japanese is it that the kid locks himself in his room and doesn't let anybody bring him food or water because he doesn't want to get them sick?
Yeah, not because of any other reason, but yeah, I don't want to get you sick.
And then what does she do? Climb in through the fucking window in a fucking gas mask.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You're seriously making me contemplate either playing Dragon Ball Z until bedtime or watching this.
It's such a good show.
Here's the thing: is you only got 40 minutes, and then you can play Dragon Ball Z after you're done watching it.
Exactly. Yeah, so we get a little sick Oni dude / dragon looking dude that you get in the OP. Sasuke's familiar.
Well, yeah, because it's very obvious from both the opening and the ending theme that all of the major kids that we have been introduced to so far, including Not Girlfriend and Gloomy Blonde Guy, are going to be included in this show somehow by a tiny magical creature being involved in their life.
Yep, and then Kaede just gets the dog. But Pochi is amazing, by the way.
So are these the same people that did Dragon Maid?
I don't know. I did not do that research. One moment, please. Talk amongst yourselves.
Don't think so. But yeah, obviously
It feels
next
very much so
episode,
like it. Like
next episode, Not Sasuke is going to get his tiny Oni, which appears to be confused in the episode preview with an actual full-sized buff Oni. It's some weird visuals. Eventually, Not Girlfriend, who is adorable, gets a tiny European-style dragon,
yes.
which is odd.
By the way,
doggone
no,
dog
but these are the same people that did Knights and Magic.
Okay.
Okay.
This is 8-bit. So Knights and Magic, Um, bu- 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 Shonen Maid. If you watched that, which I did, because fuck you, don't judge me. Yeah. So these guys have a pretty good pedigree for them.
And yeah, eventually, very aloof blonde kid is a. I think it's meant to be a taper. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a little teleporting elephant pig looking thing.
It's whatever mythological creature Musharna is based off of the Pokemon, the dream-eating pig Pokemon.
So I think that's a taper. I'm not 100%
Yeah, it
sure.
is a tapir, but that's not a mythological beast. Tapirs are actual real things.
Well, there's something then that is similar to one that has spiritual connotations.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some kind of yokai that's like, hey, yeah, this is what this is meant to be. Other than that, yeah, there's not a lot of like plot progression so far. It is all fluff, and I love it. Like,
Yeah, this is
We'll see what winds up happening with that. Sorry for cutting you off on that, Carrie.
that's okay.
I think it's the opening theme. While that's going on and it's showing the individual characters, the individual kids themselves, the backdrop images of them show them in very not pleasant states.
Yeah, I noticed that. They're like crying.
So we'll see where exactly this goes.
I really hope this show doesn't turn out to be a mindfuck.
right? Now, I'd be okay with it being more like Kobayashi, where it has a deeper side to it. Just don't go full like Madoka.
Yeah, never go full Madoka.
Is it bad when I'm watching anime now because I've watched so many of those animes that have a twist or like?
No, that's the reason why we just brought it up. Like, we're thinking that too. Like, just don't
No.
go full
I
Madoka.
can't. I mean, I'm trying to enjoy some anime that's like just like when we were watching Card Captors. I was like waiting. Okay, it's episode 2. Are they going to give us the like left turn?
Yeah, no, that one.
Yeah,
would never-
no. Cardcaptor is pure shoujo bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know. We kind of had a left turn in the most recent episode
Oh God.
with the boyfriend being in on the conspiracy.
Oh boy. Yeah, I stopped. Like Kia is just flat out, Daddy, I don't want to watch this. I'm like, okay, cool. Hey guys.
Yeah, we're still watching it because Taco Lady and Carrie love it.
If my in demographics daughter doesn't want to watch this show, I'm for reasons listed last week, as in I don't want to be a 30-something-year-old man watching a show about teenage girls at work.
I would not go so far as to say I love it. It's okay. It's not my
nostalgic.
show. Yeah, it's nostalgic. It's not the worst thing I've ever watched. Taco Lady did threaten to murder us if we cut it out of the weekly rotation.
Jeez. DHU, be nice.
It's okay because we watched that and then we torture her in return with Darling and the FRANXX.
Oh, does she not like it?
Well, no. Here's the thing. She really likes it, but she hates that she likes it.
No.
Yeah, like this is the last show that she would have watched on her own.
Yeah, I could see that.
So
I mean, on surface level, unless you are fully, unless you are fully integrated into the Trigger universes, like, yeah, this is like anti-feminist, like treat the girls like, symbols and nothing more.
Oh yeah, it's like I said when we first started talking about this show. I refused to watch Kill la Kill until I had the metaphor explained to me.
Yes, Dale. Your wife is indeed a savage woman.
So
But yeah, for something else to talk about for a couple of minutes on that one, things continue to be incredibly formulaic going forward in Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card, but then things do kind of take a weird left turn with childhood boyfriend being in on the whole keeping information from her, and also maybe her reincarnated mother showing up at school.
Okay.
It's shoujo bullshit to the highest degree.
Fair.
Yeah, you're never gonna get a Madoka style left turn with Cardcaptor Sakura. Maybe with other Clamp series, because before I stopped reading it, Tsubasa Chronicles started to get pretty dark. But Cardcaptor Sakura is, at the end of the day, still at least nominally aimed at children.
Hmm.
And speaking of, we're gonna dive into Dragon Ball Super.
Which is aimed at everybody.
Yes, but airs on Sunday nights, or Sunday mornings. So, thusly, it's not really going to ever be too bad. So, we are on episodes
124 and 125.
24 and 125. So we're getting, we're getting towards the climax. Episode 124. Dispo is wrecking Frieza's face. Frieza's like, ha ha ha, this isn't even my final form. Goes golden. And then Dispo's like, ha ha ha, this isn't even my final form. And goes like Godspeed. And then Gohan's like, hey, 17, try not to die for a couple of minutes, okay? And goes to help Frieza.
Ugh.
Yeah. And they fight together and do stuff. And it works out pretty well. Frieza does his little beam laser thingies in a net because Dispo, that's really the only way they're going to catch Dispo. And even Gohan in his awakened state isn't fast enough to keep up with him. So they team up and create a little net and make him bash into it a few times. And eventually Frieza's grip slips somehow. And the field goes down. And I think Gohan realized that it was on purpose, and I think everybody watching the show realizes that it was on purpose. And Gohan grabs Dispo from behind, a la the first 5 episodes of Dragon Ball Z, like his father did to his uncle, and says, Frieza knocked me off the edge. And Frieza's like, yeah, sure, okay, bye.
And that's how Gohan gets out.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Better than
Like
Piccolo.
father, like son.
Better than Piccolo.
Yes.
Piccolo went out literally by a bug. Literally.
That's okay. He can go spend time with his granddaughter now.
Exactly. She doesn't like cabbage.
No celery. She hates celery.
She hates celery, okay?
She likes her fish book and when you make her bunny go hop hop.
God.
The dub, man. Dragon Ball Super dub's so good. So, all right. So that's it. Gohan's out. Frieza's still in there. Dispo's gone. So we are down to Goku and Vegeta versus Goku and Vegeta. And Frieza and 17, I suppose. And they're there too. So 125. Raul and I seemed very blasé about 124 just now. Oh boy, they were saving up for 125, you guys.
Oh my God. Okay.
So Topo, beautiful mustache, right? Mustache man, giant hands, likes to fist people.
Like you do.
Him and 17 are fighting, and he's getting frustrated because 17 has unlimited energy and keeps defending his not being affected by his laser blasts and everything like that. And so eventually he's just like, all right, so I got to end this in one punch. They get into a beam battle, and Frieza shows up and does his Frieza thing by shooting him in the back. Topo, that is, not 17.
Yeah, you have to specify with Frieza.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he's back shooting Topo. Topo's getting pissed off because justice. And this villain is attacking him from behind. But eventually he gets overtaken and his clothes go off. He's almost knocked out of the Topo's almost knocked out of the ring and his clothes get flown off. And he then goes, Topo's like, you know what? Justice, villainy, who cares? And starts awakening a power that makes Jiren stop. And it turns out that he starts developing this purple energy, and 17 throws an energy blast to him that is instantly destroyed. Toppo is the next in line for Universe 11's God of Destruction. And awakens that power because he's so pissed off at everything.
Fuck this, fuck everything, I'm gonna destroy it all.
Yeah, and he almost does. Like he rips the field in half. Like
He wrecks Frieza like hardcore.
oh, Frieza's doing his Frieza's like, ah, you silly person. I've absorbed destruction energy before. Yours is nothing. Why am I not absorbing this? Oh God, why am I not absorbing it? Not quite.
So, okay, and he is a beast.
Oh yeah.
17 is
wrecks.
barely hanging on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's like, wait, the episode's over? No.
Frieza was barely alive. He stops 17. He stops him from killing 17. He gets almost thrown out of the ring, but 17 was supposed to hit Toppo with a rock and hit Frieza back onto one of the floating platforms. Oh, sorry, I missed. That was meant for you. And then Toppo's like, yeah, I'm gonna murder you.
Oh my goodness. I'm just like, how can they fight a God of Destruction? Goku can barely fight one at 70%.
He's not a full one yet, is the thing.
Yeah, it's very unfocused power. Like all of his little like destruction blasts that Beerus can do with a finger, he has to charge.
He's got the raw power, but he's got no control.
Yeah. That's absolutely it. And you know, it's not flawless. You know, he's but yeah, it was so good. Like it was so good, and it's like, yeah, join us next time. I was like, fuck no.
So, do you think it's going to be a definite victory of Universe 7, or do you think it's going to be a timeout, a time?
I still think I'm not changing my bet. I'm still thinking that Universe 7 will win, and it will be first canon appearance of Gogeta.
Ha!
So we got a ticking clock in both the show and in episodes.
Yeah, if you guys missed the news, Dragon Ball Super is going off at the end of March.
Sad.
Not permanently. It's obviously just a season finale kind of thing. But yeah, that set the universe ablaze because they're like, why didn't you say it's just a season finale? Why are you saying that's going off air? What are you doing to us?
Also, why are they going on hiatus after a tournament arc?
I don't know.
Because it's Dragon Ball and they know people will come back.
Yep, that is exactly
And
it.
don't they dare give us a cliffhanger.
No, I think we'll get a finalization. I think it's gonna end. Then we're gonna get the Wish, which will be Goku battle worlding everything together into one universe.
So wait, who's getting the wishes? Just the one
it's
wish?
the VIP, which technically right now is Vegeta, but because he has knocked off 12 people.
Oh, okay.
The MVP?
Yeah. The MVP gets the wish. The universe doesn't. The winning universe doesn't get destroyed.
So how many does Goku
No, it's
have?
the VIP. Vegeta is Prince.
Exactly.
So yeah. Oh, I don't know about Gogeta.
Why not?
From a tactical standpoint, wouldn't Vegito make more sense?
Yeah, but I just think that they're kind of at that point where they already did Vegito.
Because Vegito was the answer to Goku Black, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, he was the resolution for Goku Black. So we have to get more marketing involved.
And Vegito is more Vegeta in control, right?
Yeah, Gogeta is definitely more Goku in control. So,
But and Gogeta is Fusion Dance, Vegito is Potara.
Correct.
Yeah.
Vegito is the more powerful one. But I just think that it'll be I don't know if it'll be. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by things. I just honestly don't think that they're going to be doing that again.
Yeah, so yeah, they've got this crazy powerful that 2 Super Saiyan gods can't defeat. And then you got someone who's even stronger than him who's got power of a god of destruction.
Yeah.
And 6
I
minutes
think
left.
He's still not as strong as Jiren. Jiren, I think, is just more focused, and that always proves to be more.
Yeah, and they have what, 6 minutes left?
You can throw 1,000 punches, but what counts is how many of them land.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Topo is at this point very unfocused and very, chaotic. So I don't know. My plan still my theory still sticks.
Because I'm only getting this through you guys. Are Topo and Jiren in the same league?
I did directly compare them to Goku and Vegeta.
Well, no, I mean, are they connected? Are they on the same team?
Yeah,
Yes,
they're both
yeah.
Pride Troopers of Universe 11.
Do you think maybe Jiren's going to knock Topo out for falling off his way?
Possibly, because well,
Ooh.
no, I mean, even so, Jiren's like, oh, so this is the rate. He kind of goes, this is what you're going with, okay? So I don't know because the gods of destruction are not necessarily evil creatures. They have
They're just balancing force.
Yeah, exactly. If things get a proper god of destruction, when things get too big, they just blow it out. And so the Kais can rebuild because the Kais are
They're the brush fire that clears out the undergrowth so new growth can take place.
exactly.
Like Beerus would have taken out Frieza?
I think if Frieza started getting a little bit, well, no, because Beerus actually hired Frieza. Like he created Frieza's army essentially.
Because Frieza was basically doing his job for him.
Yeah, and Beerus likes to sleep.
Well, he's a cat.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I don't think that I think current Frieza Beerus would have destroyed, and he tried in the Resurrection F arc, he tried playing with Frieza and shot a destruction energy at him, and Frieza absorbed it in golden form. Which Topo doesn't know how to control himself, so he just went full bore.
Which makes me think that Beerus wasn't all that serious about destroying Frieza.
Oh no, not at all. Beerus is very rarely serious about anything with that.
Except for pudding.
Yes, always the pudding. Fuck Majin Buu.
Not kidding, it's my pudding.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, I really want to talk Kobayashi's Dragon Maid next week because I want to watch it.
Okay. It's
Next
good.
week or next episode.
Next episode, you know what I mean. All right, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Greatly appreciate it. If you want to get in contact with us, you can do so. geekioshow@gmail.com. All of the social medias are /geekioshow. If you want to give us a voicemail, you can do so. 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. If you want to chat with us, you can do so there as well by going to geek-io.net/discord. And thanks again for Jonathan Young for letting me use his Attack on Titan cover for our intro. He just released the second one. I might take a better swing at the season 2 Attack on Titan cover because it doesn't get chopped up easily. Anything else before we head on out of here?
Watch The Mummy.
Yes.
I'm gonna go watch more Mummy.
Oh yeah, all of this
Still
stuff,
a better mummy than Tom Cruise.
Oh
all of this
yeah.
stuff can be streamed legally via Crunchyroll. Please do not pirate the
Yeah,
anime.
there's a
Please support
reason
the initial
why.
release.
There's a reason why I have not even started watching Seven Deadly Sins season 2 yet. It's out there. I have had to leave almost all of my groups for it, but It's
Your
because
experience will remain pure.
I can't support the official release, so I'm not going to do bad things about it. All the ones we're talking about are Crunchyroll. Amazon has unleashed the gates of Anime Strike. If you have Prime, by the way, if you have Prime and Twitch, if you have Prime and a Twitch account, you can subscribe to us with Twitch Prime for free. And so all that I'm interested in, I want to watch Waifu Bloody Roar. From what I could tell of it, is Killing Bites. I want to watch that. I just haven't had the time to. It's on Amazon. I'll talk about that next time, probably.
Waifu Bloody. Okay.
Yeah, the video game Bloody Roar.
Yeah, I know. I remember. That's why it's like, oh God. Furry
Yeah,
waifu.
I want to see. I want to see the dumpster fire that it is, because I can almost see the dumpster fire, but I want to see it.
Also, go watch the ending dance sequence for the first season of Blood Blockade Battlefront, because it makes my heart happy.
Yay, dance exits. Speaking of dance exits, it's time for a dance exit from our favorite water buffalo. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Hi, my name is Water Buffalo, and I hope you've enjoyed this UK Media Network production. Copyright 2018, you see how that works?
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Oh, you know for a fact that Dell was just playing with that line.
He made the mistake of uploading it, though.
Yes, he
Yes.
did. Now he
Exactly.
cannot get it off of my iPad.
He's gonna have a Mission Impossible style.
Yeah, when he comes here for
sequence
Dragon
for
Con.
Dragon Con, where he tries to get your iPad and delete it off of there, and instead, like, Duckstep plays at 3 a.m. in the hotel room.
Oh,
It wakes all of us up.
Except for me, because I'll be in hibernate mode.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, only certain things wake me up. It's mostly my children, because I'm a dad.
No, everything wakes me up, so when I sleep in group hotel rooms, I have, like, Bose headphones, white noise music, sleep mask.
that's right, Dell. It has been a month of Water Buffalo. 11 more months to go.
I'll play it again just because.
Year of the Water Buffalo.
Yep.
Part of the Geek.io Zodiac.
Hi, my name is Water Buffalo, and I hope you've enjoyed this UK Media Network production. Copyright 2018, you see how that works?
Thank you, Twitch. Thank you, Dell. See you later.
2017 was Year of the Duck. That's what begins our calendar. And then there's Year of the Water Buffalo.